What the heck did I just watch? Okay, when I started these Powerpuff Girls vlogs, I had a feeling that, I didn't expect to love every episode. I thought, there's gonna be that one that's just okay or just good, but I never, in my entire time of doing these Powerpuff Girls vlogs, did I expect this show to take such a nosedive in quality. I mean, in the grand scheme of television, it wasn't a bad episode, but, is this the same Powerpuff Girls that I grew to know and love from my past? I mean, okay, I'm a little groggy right now. I went to bed late last night, so thank goodness, because it's gonna make it much harder to remember this episode. But anyway, this is Escape from Monster Island. In this episode, Bubbles wins tickets to a concert, and in said concert, she only can take one of a person. So Blossom and Buttercup get into an intense rivalry about who's going to get to go to the concert. And that gets interrupted when the mayor's plane somehow crash lands on a monster island. And once they get there, the girls, rather than putting aside their differences to fight the monsters and rescue the mayor, they instead proceed to fight over each other. Now, that's not a bad premise, but it's like... Okay, first off, before I even get to the premise, what's up with the animation? What happened? It's like it went from being like this very bright, colorful, distinct style to it looks like Clarence animation, like every other animation. I have no clue what happened. And then you have the voice acting, which it's just... there's little girls voicing it, which I guess they wanted more authenticity, but so much of the characters was the voice actors. I mean, why did they feel like in the middle of the series, let's just switch out Tara Strong, E.G. Daily for these random girls, and let's give them the most cliche, corny dialogue, get rid of make the animation look very, very flat. I mean, again, maybe, who knows, maybe the budget got cut and they had to, compensate, but it just seems really weird that in the middle of the season, the quality would change so much. And even then, the story they do is really unbelievably cliche. You have the I can only take one of her person story, which was done so much better in My Little Pony, where there's actually a moral, whereas here Bubbles is just fuck it, I'm gonna give it to this random thing I met. And, yeah. It's the only thing that if I didn't know any better, this would just feel like some random mediocre children's show that just happens to have Tom Kenny reprising his role as the mayor, thank goodness. Yeah, so... is Anna, where's the charm? Where's the wit? I mean, where's the thing that makes this feel clever? I mean, with the previous episodes like that Mechazilla one, it's it felt like the people making this were having fun, they were into it. Here it just sort of feels whatever, let's just put something on. This is the thing you put on to entertain your children and keep them quiet for a few hours. And that's never what Powerpuff Girls is. Every episode, there's always something visually interesting. A creative villain, a memorable set piece, creative writing. None of that here. The villain. Powerpuff Girls had so many memorable villains. That sleep villain, which is something I really needed last night. But what? It was just a bunch of dinosaurs. And the backgrounds, I guess they look nice. I guess it looks pretty. But I mean, come on. We've seen pretty backgrounds on shows like Steven Universe. And, what were they thinking? Did Craig McCracken just leave the office one day and someone was how could you drop the ball this hard in a show this good? Did Craig McCracken just feel like making a bad episode? Because it's we have to make something wrong with this show. Let's just throw in this really, really terrible episode that doesn't feel anything like Powerpuff Girls. Like, and yeah, like, sorry if I don't have much to say, but there really wasn't a whole lot to this episode. It was just, what the heck, like, and I really hope I don't offend anyone with this episode, because I know this show is really, really popular, and I would really hate it if I trashed this episode and then it turns out it's like one of the fan favorite episodes of Powerpuff Girls, and I get all these comments saying, "No, you don't understand, Chase Star Wars 360. It's really, really good. You don't see it." Like, or how dare you dislike it? Like, because you know Powerpuff Girls. Like, there's fans. There's times where I didn't like an episode and someone enjoyed it, and I really hope this isn't one of those cases. I mean, I do these vlogs blind, so I really have no clue what the general consensus on episodes are, which ones are the best, which ones are the worst, but I really hope I don't go online and find out I'm in the minority. I mean, I'm okay being in the minority. I like having different opinions, but but it would still just be a kind of an awkward situation if it was. But, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say again. Like, if you like this episode, I'm happy for you. Again, it's not like it's not like Uncle Grandpa where I just want to punch someone in the face. It's more like the rest of the show is up here, and this episode was down there, and it just really doesn't do it for me. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Powerpuff Girls episode. I hope you were looking forward to me doing this episode, because, again, you guys are watching this, you know what episodes are down, you know what episodes are next, so obviously you knew I was going to review Escape from Monster Island next, and since you knew, I want to thank you for not warning me about if this episode is considered the worst. I thank you for not warning me, because then you had the joy of seeing me freak out the way I did, as opposed to, I don't know, like, you soften the blow, and then I have to tell me ahead of time, so then I go in with expectations. But thankfully, that's not the case. Thankfully, I went in blind, had no clue what I was getting into, and you guys got to see me flip out at an episode, which, again, I'm really curious to find out if this is like a universally hated episode or anything. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Again, not much to say. Hope you enjoyed seeing me return and react to this, and hopefully the next episode will be better. Hopefully things will get back to normal. I would shudder to think that the rest of the show has such passable animation and generic voice acting and lazy stories and no zip. Like, I have to believe this is just like the budget got cut on this one episode, and then after that they got their shit together. And that'll do it for this episode. I eagerly look forward to the next one, assuming it's back to beeswax. And yeah, as always, like, dislike, and comment, and subscribe. And sorry if I sound like a broken record again. I didn't really sleep well last night, but I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this episode. Like, people want me to come back for Powerpuff Girls, and here you go. You got your Powerpuff Girls vlog, and hopefully I'll be able to keep it up this time. But if not, I hope you enjoyed it. So, JStars260 signing out. Have a great day.